51 people, including 15 children, died in the flooding. Kerr County has been the hardest hit. And search and rescue teams are racing to find 27 children still missing from Camp Mystic, a summer camp near the Guadalupe River in Hunt, Texas. NBC's Ryan Chandler joins us now from Caryville, Texas, with more on the latest. Ryan, where do rescue efforts stand right now?
Well, Jonathan, officials insist this is still an active search and rescue operation. The governor saying he has stressed to first responders here that they should treat every missing person as if they are still alive, stressing that every minute matters if more survivors are going to be returned. Of course, we are now about 50 hours into this search. We know there are at least 27 little girls from Camp Mystic, that summer camp, still missing, an untold number of other people not affiliated with the camp who are still missing. And there is a real fear here that this is going to be a very critical day, and the time will come when this rescue mission turns into a recovery effort. Speaking to some of the families who are waiting for information on their loved ones here, they are in an agonizing, impossible situation because they are desperate for answers on one hand, but with every update we get, it only reveals more heartbreak. The death toll only ticks up, now standing at 43 just along the Guadalupe River, 51 nationwide, including 15 children, with 27 still unaccounted for. There is a special mass going on later today here in Kerrville for the victims and their families, praying for the best outcome. But there's a real fear here today that this is only going to get worse as we learn more.
Ryan, you anticipated a question I was going to ask you, because when this hit, when the flash floods first hit, I remember hearing reports of families waiting in a particular place, waiting for news of their loved ones, waiting to be reunited with their children. Where are the families that are still waiting? Where exactly are they waiting?
Yeah, I talked on the phone yesterday with the brother of an 8-year-old girl who is still missing, named Blakely McCrory. He told me that the families have, at that point at least, had been gathered at a church here. And he described the mood inside, as you can imagine, as incredibly anxious, tears and trying to form at least some sense of comfort from parents who are facing this same awful reality. We kept our distance. That is a very sensitive place. And as you can understand, a lot of these parents do not want to share what they're going through right now. But for those that we have spoken to, I think they're trying to lean on each other and just hope against hope that there will be more answers and positive outcomes today. I wish there was more we could share there, and I think they wish that there was a little bit more information coming from officials who are also understandably very sensitive about revealing information before it is set in stone with so many people still outstanding, Jonathan.
Ryan, what you just mentioned something that threw a question in my head. You're talking about the families wanting more information from officials in the local place. Do they feel like they're not getting enough at this point?
I don't want to speak for them on that point. Of course, there are demands for answers. I spoke with a woman yesterday who rushed here from Austin trying to find her father. It's been 2 days now, and she was adamant, saying, I am not leaving Kerrville until I have answers about where he is and what happened. I think there's going to be a lot of time in the days, weeks, years to come to look retroactively and ask, how could this possibly have happened? We've heard a little bit of rumblings around officials already about, was the forecast right? Why was this not anticipated to be as bad as it was? Those questions will come. Right now, I think the one and only priority is returning anybody who may still be alive along this riverbank.
Mm-hmm. We'll continue to follow this story throughout the day. NBC's Ryan Chandler, thank you so much for coming on, and be safe out there.